What if your final moment wasn't an accident, but someone's plan?
Hello? What do you want? Hello? Stop us! Stop us, please!
A silent crossbow bolt, a kitchen blender turned weapon, a fatal fall, sudden, shocking, and real.
That really is a terrible thing to happen to anybody.
These aren't random tragedies. They're acts of violence, betrayal, and fatal mistakes.
A mid-air accident has killed a tourist this morning in central Turkey. You can see how one of the baskets then falls to the ground.
Get ready for Worst Ways People Have Died, Part 18. It began with a knock at the door. On July 9, 2024, in Bushey, Hertfordshire, Carol Hunt, 61, let in Kyle Clifford, her daughter Louise's ex-boyfriend. Clifford claimed he was returning some of Louise's belongings. Once inside, he fatally stabbed Carol with a knife hidden in his backpack. Clifford briefly left the house to retrieve a crossbow from his car, concealed under a blanket. He waited inside for Louise, 25, who was working in a garden outbuilding. When she arrived, Clifford restrained her with duct tape, raped her, and held her captive for nearly 3 hours. During the ordeal, he even sent a text from Louise's phone to her father, BBC sports commentator John Hunt, asking, "What time will you be home?" When Hannah Hunt, 28, arrived home, she confronted Clifford, shouting, "What is wrong with you?" In the chaos, Hannah managed to text her partner, "He's tying us up," and called 999, naming Clifford as the attacker. Moments later, Clifford shot and killed both Louise and Hannah with the crossbow.
The manhunt also involves armed police officers and specialist search teams responding at pace in the wake of what has been an horrific incident, involving what is currently believed to be a crossbow, but other weapons may also have been used.
Clifford fled, sparking a nationwide manhunt. He was found the next day in a cemetery in Enfield, North London, having shot himself with the crossbow. The self-inflicted wound left him paralyzed from the chest down. The investigation revealed Clifford's actions were meticulously premeditated. In the days following his breakup with Louise, he purchased a crossbow with 6 bolts, a 10-inch butcher's knife, duct tape, rope, petrol cans, and attempted to buy an airsoft pistol. He also searched online for the flammability of alcohol, indicating possible plans to destroy evidence. Digital evidence showed he consumed misogynistic online content, including Andrew Tate podcasts, which prosecutors argued influenced his mindset.
Kyle Clifford was the subject of a manhunt which spanned 24 hours. Police eventually tracking him down in Enfield, and he remains someone that the police very much want to speak to. They haven't been able to question him yet because of the injuries that he had suffered at that time, but they are very keen to question him.
During the trial, Clifford was convicted of 3 counts of murder, rape, false imprisonment, and weapons offenses. The jury took just 45 minutes to unanimously convict him of rape. On March 11, 2025, he received 3 whole-life orders, ensuring he will never be released.
That really is a terrible thing to happen to anybody, and I've gathered they're all from the same family, which obviously makes it even more tragic. And we'll do everything we can as the local council to add our source of comfort to where we can.
The judge condemned Clifford for his utter lack of remorse and described the Hunt family's courage as astonishing dignity. John Hunt, BBC sports commentator and husband and father to the victims, called Clifford a psychopath and praised his daughter's bravery. What if the picture-perfect life you see on social media concealed a nightmare? In February 2024, the world was shocked by the tragic end of Christina Yakimovic, a 38-year-old Miss Northwest Switzerland winner and Miss Switzerland 2008 finalist. Christina, known for her elegance on the catwalk and later as a respected modeling coach, appeared to have it all: a loving family, a successful career, and a glamorous lifestyle she often showcased online, but behind the filtered photos was a story of unimaginable horror.
Detectives were able to determine that Christina had been strangled to death, and after that, her body was dismembered.
The nightmare began when Christina failed to pick up her children from kindergarten. Concerned, her father visited the family home in Binningen, near Basel. There, he had dinner with Christina's husband, Mark Reben, and his grandchildren. Mark acted as if nothing was amiss, even offering Christina's father a drink. But after dinner, still troubled by his daughter's absence, Christina's father searched the house and made a gruesome discovery. Christina's severed head hidden in a bin bag in the laundry room.
This was a very intimate crime, and to the extent that the defendant is going to be claiming maybe not guilty by reason of insanity or try to allege that he had some mental health issues that might mitigate what he's accused of doing.
Authorities soon uncovered the full extent of the crime. Forensic evidence revealed Christina had been strangled to death. Mark then used a jigsaw, knife, and garden shears to dismember her body. In a chilling escalation, he used a hand blender to puree some of her remains and attempted to dissolve them in chemicals. Mark initially claimed self-defense, but the autopsy and forensic analysis contradicted his story. Investigators described his actions as displaying a remarkably high level of criminal energy, lack of empathy, and cold-bloodedness, and noted concrete indications of mental illness.
Those are all going to build the prosecution's case about how he could do this, how he could actually execute on such a horrible, horrific crime.
Just weeks before, Christina had posted joyful vacation photos with her family, another stark reminder that even the most beautiful facades can hide unimaginable darkness. Christina's tragic end is a sobering testament to the hidden struggles that can exist behind closed doors, no matter how perfect life may appear online. It was supposed to be a dreamlike morning, floating above the ancient valleys of Cappadocia, Turkey, where sunrise paints the sky and hot air balloons drift like lanterns. But for 23-year-old Tang Yi, a Chinese tourist, that dream ended in tragedy.
A mid-air accident has killed a tourist this morning in central Turkey. You can see how one of the baskets then falls to the ground.
On December 17, 2014, Tang Yi boarded a hot air balloon in Göreme, eager to witness the breathtaking landscapes of the Güvercinlik Valley. After nearly 2 hours in the air, strong winds struck as the balloon began its descent. Caught off guard, the pilot struggled to control the craft. As the balloon lurched violently, Tang Yi, reportedly standing and taking photographs, fell from the basket. The balloon then landed on her, resulting in her death. 11 others, including Malaysian and Turkish nationals, sustained injuries, with 2 in critical condition. Authorities attributed the crash to sudden gusts of wind. The incident, one of several in the region's history, underscored the risks of ballooning in Cappadocia, where hundreds of flights launch daily above its iconic ferry chimneys. Tang Yi's tragic fate is a stark reminder that even the most enchanting adventures can turn perilous in an instant. Some fates are so brutal they leave us breathless. Others make us question how darkness like this ever walks free. Which of these cases stunned you the most, or made you double-check your front door? Let us know in the comments. And if you're still here, you're part of the few who can stomach the truth. Like, comment, and subscribe for more real stories that are just too twisted for fiction. And if you think this was chilling, wait till you see what's coming next. Thank you for watching.